As I departed from wandering through the dark forest, I entered a pastoral setting full of light and life. I suddenly felt guiltless and accepted. With the bright morning sun warming me, I knew this place was special. There was life here. As I moved through the pasture, gazing at this holy mountain, I came across others celebrating this find. Some were grilling, some taking a nap. I saw the athletic men imposing their physical prowess in a game of volleyball. Others just soaked in the rays of another day. As I passed a man deeply involved in polishing his new sports car, I wondered why all these people stopped at the base of this holy mountain, why they had not sought the one who made the mountain holy. As I pondered this question, the fragrance of grilling bratwurst and barbecued chicken, and that hammock beyond those trees called to me. They said, relax, enjoy, and celebrate. And I understood the answer to my question. But my interest and curiosity in this mountain compelled me to make the decision to climb, in spite of the inviting pleasures and enchanting temptations I was leaving behind. As I began my ascent, I noticed others who also made the decision to climb. I was not alone. For one reason or another, they had stopped climbing. They were reclining against the warm stone, embracing the morning, and seemed content enough where they were. I noticed the climb becoming more difficult the further I moved up the mountain. My backpack also began to weigh on me, and I understood why they had stopped. I reached a level where I could rest. I removed my backpack and felt suddenly relieved. I knew if I were to continue, I would need to lighten my load. As I reached into the backpack, I was surprised at what I found. It was a large stone. Who put this in my backpack, I thought. Just as I was about to toss it down the mountain, I noticed a word written on the side of the stone. It simply said, fear. As I tossed it over the edge, it slowly vanished into thin air. I was too tired to understand the meaning of all this and more relieved to be free of that extra weight. I immediately felt lighter, stronger, more capable of climbing than ever before. I reached into my backpack again to seek out other things that were weighing me down, only to find more stones. They also had words on them, cares of this world, sin, unforgiveness. I began chucking them over the edge with purpose and resolve until all the stones I could see were gone. I now felt revitalized, more alert, my senses coming alive like never before. The rock seemed to embrace my hands, and my balance was perfect, and I knew I was ready to climb still higher. As I reached the next plateau, I saw a man in the crevice of a ledge, clutching what appeared to be a bundle of cash. I understood, having found great solace and security in my own resources all these years. I reached into my backpack and pulled out my bundle, neatly wrapped and counted, representing all I had accumulated in life. It was near and dear to me, but I knew I could climb no higher unless I let it go. I held it out for what seemed a long time, my fingers refusing to part with it while my mind battled internally. I looked back at the man in the corner and saw no real peace, just anguish at the hands of a hard taskmaster, and let it go. The loss I thought I would feel turned into a joy I had never known, a freedom that had remained all too elusive in my life. I was more nimble now, agile, quicker, and lighter. I felt I could float the rest of the way to the top with great speed. I could now make out the top of the mountain. It was within my sight, but it also seemed impossible to climb. I stared at my backpack. It had been with me all my life. It is who I am and who I was. All my accomplishments, my self-worth, how could I ever throw it away? All my political writings and philosophical musings, my degrees, my childhood memories, all of my contributions, everything that defined me. But then I remembered the words of Him who makes the mountain holy. Those who lose their life shall find it. Was it possible that my self-worth, my accomplishments, my attained knowledge were weights? Could my self-described importance actually hold me back from finding my real life, my real worth in Him? What a paradox I discovered. Those things intended to prop me up held me back. Well, no more, I said to myself. With reckless abandon, I tossed the entire backpack over the edge and crossed the point of no return. I now felt energized and more aware. The air here was crisp and fresh, and I felt alive. I knew there was nothing left to stop me from reaching the top and finding that abundant life. With my clothes in tatters, I finally made my way to the top, crawling over the edge of the last boulder, tired from the climb, but filled with a freedom I had never known. As I cleared the ledge, I stretched as far as I could stretch, just to take hold of that which has so completely taken hold of me. Reaching out, I grasped the hem of the Master's robe. Rivers of inexpressible joy washed through me, and I found myself in another place, a holy place that I would never, ever want to leave. But when I opened my eyes, I discovered the biggest shock of my life. Children, young children, surrounding the king. Relaxed, happy, they were not weary or bruised or tired. Their path was unencumbered, no worries, no fears, no bondages or shackles to hold them down. In unison and smiling, they all said the same welcoming phrase. "What took you so long?" And I pray, Lord Jesus, help me to forever be like one of them. Let them be my model. Help me see them as you see them. The Master smiled at me and said, "Today you have become like one of these." And I knew that I was home.